Hi, happy new moon. It's the Libra new moon in California today. Well, everywhere, but here in California it happens. This is right now the Friday, the 30th, the last day of October. Namaste. Welcome to Psychic Frank's Mystery School. I thought I'd start off this new moon. It's going to be a short one. This will be a very short session. My last session was an hour. And then someone mentioned I should do some short ones in between. I figured, well, I'll do a little 15 minutes something today because it's the new moon. Yeah, and what happens is the first six signs of the zodiac focus on personal development. I'm reading Stephanie Austin, Mountain Astrologer. Um, it says the first six signs of the zodiac focus on our personal development. The seventh, where we are now, Libra, the Libra new moon today, 8 degrees Libra. Find 8 degrees Libra on your chart. And Jupiter is 2 degrees Libra. So this full moon, 8 degrees, 4 degrees. Sun and moon are 8 degrees Libra. Jupiter, 4 degrees. Jupiter just started Friday the 2nd of October, of September. Jupiter entered Libra where it hasn't been for a year, 12 years. So just to refresh our memories, the strengths of Libra now this year are being fair-minded, cooperative, gracious, diplomatic, and charming and social. And there's a lot of virtually charmless people in the world, as we're seeing, especially in politics. And the weaknesses are being indecisive, self-pity, carrying grudges, avoiding confrontations. That's a big one. I think who wants a confrontation, Nobody wants to go around confronting people all the time, but it's got to be done. And I thought I'd start off this new moon with a little gift. It's a beautiful little prayer. It says, "Nothing in nature lives for itself." Oh, there's Gabby's flying around. Where is she? Where is that Gabby? There she is. There she's right over my fingertip, right there. Where's Waldo? Find Gabby. Oh, there she's running around there. Nothing in nature lives for itself. Rivers don't drink their own water. Trees don't eat their own fruit. The sun doesn't shine for itself. A flower's fragrance is not for itself. Living for each other is a rule of nature. The earth isn't, and I wrote something here, Utah Phillips, I don't know who that is, but she said, the earth is not dying, it is being killed, and the people who are killing it have names and addresses. Think about it. Think about it. We'll get back to this. I found some interest. I was going through this book the other day, and I said, I write a lot. I write things down. I see. Nothing's all plagiarism. All wisdom is plagiarism. Only stupidity is original. So I live by those words. Fear has two meanings: forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. And that's what we're doing. And everybody's bashing egos around. Egos are important because it knows its time and its limit. The spirit is patient because it knows it's eternal. Isn't that beautiful? The ego is impatient because it knows its time is limited. The spirit is patient because it knows it's eternal. So we have to keep our spirit and our ego and on the same page. And then I thought the uncertainty principle, being this is the mystery school, the uncertainty principle, this is quantum mechanics, tells us that there is a fuzziness in nature, a fundamental limit to what we can know. Life's a mystery to be lived, not a problem to be solved. Limit to what we can know about the behavior of quantum particles and therefore the smallest amount of nature. Unlike Newton, clockwork universe. Yeah, the clockwork universe thing. Well, we'll get back to this if there's some time left. But remember, now we go from the first six signs of the zodiac are our personal development. The seventh sign brings us to the interpersonal, the art of relationships, which is much like a dance, a partner dance. We give and take, swing your partner, dozy-do. What is it? Hokey pokey. You put your whole self in, you put your whole self out. Life is the hokey pokey. Yeah, life is the hokey pokey. Well, see, so So that's what I wanted to give us a heads up now. It's all about, and then things really head up in October. I've been waiting for this for a while, especially on October 19th. It says passions intensify when Mars in Capricorn. Yeah, Mars finally finished its 6 months in Sagittarius that started on the 5th of March and ended just a few days ago on this. Today's the 29th of September 2016. So this was Mars on the 27th. Here on the West Coast, 7:08 in the morning, Mars left Sagittarius and entered Capricorn. And now Pluto, the planet of death, destruction, and rebirth, nothing even remotely resembles what it used to look like when Pluto's through with it. Yeah, on 9/11, Pluto transited our rising sign, 2001. That was a rite of passage. It took 240 years for Pluto to go around the wheel. Since 1776 was the first. Well, now Pluto is still in our first house. This was the first time Pluto had transited our rising sign. Your ascendant is a very key part of your chart. It's our persona. It's who we are. We have a Sagittarius rising, and on 9/11/2001, Pluto was on our 12 degrees, 13 degrees Sagittarius, right on our rising sign. Now, what happens on the 19th? Giving us a little lay of the land here. Passions intensify when Mars perfects its tempestuous conjunction with Pluto on October 19th. Survival of the fittest spurs on the urge to act on powerful desires. Underlying motivations may be revealed with brutal honesty. Yeah, Pluto never gives us gifts that are wrapped up with, that's Gabby, my parent. She's saying hi. Pluto never gives us gifts that are wrapped up with frilly gardenia scented paper. No, it gives us gift wrapped up in barbed wire, so to speak. Come on, Pluto. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Pluto moves like molasses on a cold winter's day. So these changes with Pluto are dynamic, revolutionary, paradigm changing. So we could channeling these potentially antagonistic forces into transformative goals can result in ambitious changes. So we get a real opportunity. To let it, so I wanted to give us a head up about that. My next cable access show will be on cable access TV here in San Francisco, California. Put my ruler down. That's the second and the fourth Thursday of every month at 5:00 p.m. If you don't live in California, here, San Francisco, actually, you could go to sfc.tv. Channel 76 or channel 29 is where they show me every Saturday night at channel 29 at 7:30 p.m. If you subscribe to Comcast and have cable access TV and you live in San Francisco, but if you don't, definitely YouTube me up, and you could Psychic Frank's Mystery School, and also press like if you like it, and tell your friends, and also press subscribe. And then when I do when I'm in the mood, when the spirit moves me to do little shows like this, you'll get notified. You get notified there. So that's the big deal there with Pluto, and that's going to be, as I said, the 19th of October. That's a big deal. So I wanted to leave you, as I said, this was going to be a very short little, video here, because I want to close it with this one about. Raise your words, not your voice. It is rain that grows flowers, not thunder. And get enthusiastic. Catch on fire with enthusiasm. People will come miles to watch you burn. Nothing great was ever achieved without enthusiasm. Yeah, we don't get enthusiastic anymore. Yeah, Albert Einstein said there's two ways to live your life. You can live as if nothing is a miracle, or you can live as everything is a miracle. It's our choice. Enthusiasm is contagious. Be a carrier. Oh, yeah. Peace Pilgrim. Not many people won't even know who Peace Pilgrim is. She was a fabulous woman who and later on in her years, her later years, decided to, all by herself, just march across the country talking peace. And she said, if you realized how powerful your thoughts are, you would never you would never think a negative thought. If you realized how powerful your thoughts were, you would never think a negative thought. And Buddha said, our worst enemy is our own unguarded thoughts. Um, Winston Churchill said, if you are going through hell, keep going. Don't stop. I do with that. Uh, James Dean said, I don't know why I wrote this down. James Dean said, dream as if you'll live forever, live as though you'll die today. Well, he surely did that. And of course, I'd said things. Two things are infinite: the universe and human stupidity. And and I'm not sure about the universe. Oh God, let's have mercy. Okay, well, listen, I love you guys, and I said this was going to be a short one, and yeah. So my next show on cable access TV will be the 13th, Thursday the 13th, and October 27th, the last Thursday of the month, the fourth Thursday of the month. Yeah, the second is the 13th, the fourth is the 27th. So if you go to sfc.tv, SF Commons at BayVac, Bay Area Video Coalition, it's a call-in show at 5 p.m. Hopefully the phones will be up and working then, and you'll be able to talk to me. And if you want to go email me, get your chart done, no charge. Just give me give me an email at Psychic Frank's Mystery School, no apostrophe with the mystery, and send me the time, date, location of your birth, and any questions you might have. And I'd be happy. And you can give a fake name. I won't use your real name if you don't want it on the on here. And please vote on, if you live in California, vote on Prop 64. No, on Prop 64, the Cannabis Initiative. And I'm very active with Axis of Love. It's a cannabis patients' rights group, advocacy group, and it's run by Shona. She's an amazing woman. And we all do amazing work. And we have been doing this since way before 2015 was passed here in California. And what's happening now is just atrocious what's going on. But we're really, making our voices heard, patients' rights, and bringing empathy and compassion into this, and sending this. We're not saying the cannabis industry doesn't need reform or regulation, but this is not the answer. This atrocity, this insult to humanity has got to, this greedy monopoly giveaway to the giveaway to the cannabis industry, to Monsanto, is ridiculous. Plus opening a whole new police department. Well, I'm not going to waste any more of your time, but if you're interested in human rights and what's going on in California and the cannabis movement, you want to watch Denise Dorey, Dorey, has a YouTube video up. She has a few of them up, but the most recent one is us at Axis of Love at a picnic at Dolores Park just 2 days ago, and that was Wednesday the 28th. And then I didn't go, but it's on film. Axis of Love, Shona and Denise Dorey went to the Democratic headquarters, and we got our way. We got them to rethink. Well, watch it. You'll be glad you did. Because they had said we weren't going to be able to do something really key. They were just trying to shove this Prop 64 down our throat, and they didn't even want to hear from us. And now they are going to hear from us. So please do yourself a favor. And Denise Dorey, Dorey, her latest show on YouTube. It's all about the cannabis. To me, it's the most important thing. I've been waiting all my life for this, and they're not going to get their way. I know that. And now, as I said, this is going to be a short video, but I'm reading Emmanuel by Pat Rodegeist. Fascinating woman. She passed on. I hate to say we lost her because she's still here, but she's not in a physical form anymore. It's Pat, Rodegast. Okay, Rodegast, Pat Rodegeist, and she was a trans channeler who she is a trans channeler, was when she was in physical form here on Earth plane. And Emmanuel is one of the most beautiful entities, and he says, I'll leave you this little little page. It's from page 2074. And it says, there are many spirits involved in the human process right at this moment as there are human beings. There are as many spirits involved in the human process right at this moment as there are human beings on the planet. And this was written way back in the 90s, 80s and 90s, I guess, when she was channeling this stuff. There are many bridges being built, many doors being opened through which the light of unity is streaming from the world of greater light to into your world of becoming light. We're in the world of becoming light now. This is Earth School 101. It's not the whole enchilada, you know. There are many beings of various intensities of light, physical, yes, non-physical, certainly, and all stirring around, intent on fulfilling their own selfhood. Welcome to my world. I love it. You know, as I said, we're only getting 4% of 96% of the universe goes all over, all over. We're just obtuse to it. It doesn't even come up, not even a blimp, until we start opening up our third eye, start living in our sixth sense there. There are many, according to Larry Dossey and Sheldrake and Lipton, all these amazing doctors now are saying our survival is that we put down these devices and use our own devices in our skull. We are born with the most amazing equipment, but yet we don't use, well, men, of course, it's not masculine to be psychic because that's all feminine stuff, you know. God, men are so insecure with their sexuality. Should say straight men. There are many beings of various intensities of light, physical, yes, not physical, certainly, and all stirring around, intent on fulfilling their own selfhood. A miracle of God's creation is evident as one watches these darting sparks of love and consciousness weaving in and out of lives upon touching and leaving, loving and disappointing, but learning, always learning, learning, always learning. It is a tapestry of such magnificence and marvel I cannot begin to tell you. Do not despair. It's so important not to despair. There is never a moment, regardless of how it may seem, when God is not, one mind is not fully aware of every minute flicker of your human awareness. It is only the shadows of your own forgetting that caused the darkness to manifest. Whoa! Blows my mind. This is Earth School 101. And then there was Bernie Siegel. If God had, I'll leave you with this one little thing, I promise. Bernie Siegel, Dr. Bernie Siegel, is if one mind had made a perfect world, the world would be a magic trick, not a creation, with no meaning or place for us to learn and to grow and create. Mankind is not yet ready for a perfect world. We do not know how to appreciate it. Well, we could start by appreciating this new moon today, and new moons are always time to press the reset button. Gabby, you want to come over and say happy new moon? Okay, listen, I'm not going to take any more of your time, and thank you so much. I did say this would be a short video, and I'll probably talk to you before the 13th. The spirit moves me. Namaste, and random acts of kindness rule. No, one more thing, and I promise I'll go. I'm involved with a lot of people. It blows my mind. I'm so health conscious, because I'm a healer. How many people don't eat breakfast? Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And if you're going to eat meat, eat it earlier in the day. I'm a vegan and I love it, but it's a gradual thing. But at least start, be conscious of meat is murder. You are what you eat. And be kind to our trees, be kind to the earth. Just be grateful for where we are now. Yeah, it's a paradigm changing stuff, and everything's come to a head. This what started in the '60s is all that was to prepare us for where we are now. The Pluto-Saturn square, along with the Neptune-Saturn square. I mean, there's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Paradigms are changing. So if we didn't have these Donald Trump and all these misguided people that are just so misguided, I don't know how else to say it, we'd have to invent them. We really needed them. Okay. Love you. Namaste. I love you all. Gabby's not being too social today. Yeah, say thank you. Say goodbye, Gabby. Okay, thank you. Bye.